Hey everybody, Johnny and I are two here, and welcome back to Pentiment. When we last left off, we found out that there are two different versions of the same story about the founding of the town of Tassing. So now we're talking to Carl here, as he just so happened to be standing beside brother, I can't remember his name, brother Matthew. And he says he lit a candle to St. Moritz because he wants to get work done faster. So he's basically praying for like a blessing. Do you go to the shrine very often? Your dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. If I'm ever in a church that long, I must have fallen asleep. Yes. Let's let them know we're not very religious. Most days I'd agree with you, but Helena's pregnant now. We can't be too careful. You have a spoon in your hat. I just noticed that. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz's hand and Statia's shrine to pray for their aid. I hope the saints hear your prayers. You would be better off preparing for the child than praying to the saints. Look, just because we're not religious doesn't mean we're going to poop on other people who are religious. And let me clarify, I'm talking about my character, not myself. Do you really think the saints will hear you? Let's ask it. Yeah, let's ask that. Moritz's hand has done many miracles in Tassing. If he can restore the hand of a monk, then surely he can help Helena. He believes the hand will do something? Not the saint, just the hand. Moritz's hand. I hope that the saints hear your prayers, my dude. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. Who are these people? All right. Let's go back to the scriptorium. What is the quickest way to do this? Is it to go completely through the church? I think it is. There's the old Bailey. Yeah, we gotta go through the Bailey. And then here. And then, oh, that's us. Back to work. On the masterpiece. He's going to tell us not to work on that. Brother Adoc. This work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Pryor, I'm working with the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Pryor. I will work harder. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Prior Fenric is an asshole. Excuse me, Prior Fenric, but I believe your point is made. God, shut up, Fenric. Stop taking out your frustrations on an old man. Can we die in this game? I don't know if we can die in this game. Since he is the one paying us and our boss, and I'm suspicious of him, we're not going to let him know that we hate him outright. I believe your point is made. Andreas, I'll remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Pryor. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Fenric is right. Oh, here he comes. Excuse me, I got a cough. And I'm back. Prior Fenric, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way and I have to be honest, I expected more. It's nowhere near finished and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity towards Kearsall is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this. Of course, of course. We only want to accommodate you, says Gurnot. So this is the abbot. This is the prior. Abbot is in charge of, like, the whole place. Prior's in charge of the monks, right? Do I have that right? Oh, Andres, good to see you again. How should I respond? What happens if I click the thought bubble? Let's do this. How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Oh, we get like some voices in our head. Just nod, don't irritate the abbot. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. Greet him with his Christian name. You are brothers and comrades in art. Hee hee. That sounds the most fun, but I think my lord would be the way to go. It acknowledges him respectfully without being overly familiar. My lord? This will be remembered. Father Gurnot, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustration? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your No, I'm not talking about the script. That's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andres to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is all right with it. If it takes the pressure off Brother Piero, I'd be delighted to complete the work. Well, Abbot, I'm trying to finish my masterpiece at the moment. Well, I will do what I have to do. No, let's get in good with Piero. He's been super nice to us. Why not be nice to him? I know we got a masterpiece to do, but do we really want to do that? Seems like just work to us. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andres to join us. Okay. So we have made dinner plans with the Drucker family. I wasn't confused. Well, I was confused on that. But initially I wasn't. I feel we're going to just bail out on the Drucker's dinner plans. Let's say nothing. Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right. Of course, Andres may join us for supper. We're about to get the tea. I look forward to it. So I feel like that's a pivotal choice. We probably... One of two things would happen. Either A, we could have actually went and ate with the Druckers, or B, we would have been turned down anyway. You had this planned. Say what now? You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Why are you mad at me? I'm trying to help. It's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Go to hell, Ferdinand. I feel like, yeah, you're an asshole. We're already on the side of the Bishop Prince, right? So the Abbot's not going to do anything to us. Go to hell. Brother Prior, Andres is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the Abbot, and the Abbey. Prior Fenric is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the Prior for 1 minute? So yeah, brown noser. If anyone's the embarrassment here, it's you, Fenric. You're so insincere that you're so insincere and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Say nothing. I don't like either one of them, but Guy needs a jab. Brothers. If you please, Sister Zedna and I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Everybody's just grumpy and sad and just like drawing. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the Abbot's table. Eat. Sleep. It just tells you like what you're supposed to do every day. Supper at the abbot's table. Where is the lavatorium? Oh, we can look at the book now. Let's do it. Let's do it. I wonder what Prior Frederick was doing with this book. Ex Libris Theologiae. Alright. That's Latin, right? From the... Oh. Well, we can't read Latin, so maybe that's not Latin. We can read Italian. Is that Italian? From the Library of the University of Five Churches. Library, University, Five Churches. The Hungarians call it PEX. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. Did Ferenc steal this? Or is it a friend? I think he stole it. Oh, there's stuff here. I cannot read this. Let's click it. Is there... Can I... A text on astronomy? It looks like I'm not familiar with it. Sloppy bookhand could have been produced by an abbey of note. Bastard script? Burgundian? Flemish? Not from here and not recently. And there's notes. That's definitely Ferenc's handwritings between the lines and then the margins. Is he notating the text for the university in PEX? Is he notating the text for his personal use? Is he notating the text for the benefit of future readers? Personal use. In any case, it's a thorough commentary. Oh, here's the codes. And it's rubbed off to this side. What's this? It looks scribbled. Not like Ferenc to be sloppy. And he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Oh, do I know this? Greek to be sure? Maybe I should have learned Greek. So we do know Greek. Let's read this. Doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word, just a jumble of letters. So there's the Greek, there's the symbols. This must be some kind of cipher. What's the key? Wait, the Vowel I found also has Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Vowel is marked with alchemical symbols, but the cipher has astrological symbols. There's something I'm missing. I suppose I'll figure it out in due time. But I'll copy this down now to reference later. Perfect. Can we go check it out, like, now? Where was it at? It was here. Prior's house. I bet he's in his house. Oh, he's not. I still don't know how to connect the elemental symbols on the Vowel with the astrological symbols on the cipher. Until I figure out the connection, I can't decipher the note I found in Ferenc's book. I found the secret passage in the crypt. There has to be a book in the library I could use to figure this out. If I could find some way into the library, I'm sure there's a book I could use. Well, we already found the passage. Sister Illuminatia is there most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way in after dark. And if all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stolz. He lives off the North Commons. That's the doctor. Ever since he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. I want to go into the library at night. I think sneaking in is the way to go. For now, we got to go to the lavatorium, wherever that is. Church. Where is lavatorium? Tower, crypt, cloister. Is it in the cloister? It's probably in the cloister. Dormitory, cemetery, kitchen and cellar, refectory, courtyard and lavatorium. Is this the lavatorium? I thought it was a fountain. Ah, okay, so yeah, that's where you wash up at. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it may be good to have you with us. That's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the Abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. Nope, I don't give a shit about that. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. You deserve the honor. Supper with an abbot and a nobleman, I could get used to this. Brother Piero, you deserve it. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. We all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andres, you... Is that what that is? Yep. You are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us here at Kearsall Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Vernick is wrong about you being slow. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. I will have to say Vernick is wrong about you being slow. I can't say that one because he is slow. But we can talk about style. We can say that it's not old just because a nobleman says so. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Wonder if they used any type of detergent or soap. Refectory. It's a large garden. Here's the refectory. Oh, it's like a higher table in the back. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. He is the priest from the town. That's the prior. That's the abbot. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, Prior Fenric. So Father Gernot, Father Thomas, that's this one, Prior Fenric. Wow, so you just gotta sit there and be quiet and eat? That sounds horrible. Who is this thing? I haven't seen you, have I? And this guy. Oh, I really like the fact that he's drawn in a completely different art style. It's like, what, Persian, possibly? I like that. So the art styles do matter. They have to, right? Okay, let's keep going. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah and the Son of the living God." So wait a minute, they got to listen to Scripture while they're eating, right? Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I'll tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andres? Not really, to be honest. Some, yes. He doesn't like idle chatter. But nodding my head to the noble who's talking to me may be disrespectful as well. You seem to be higher than all three of these guys. Some, yes. I'm wondering if that kind of leans us towards being religious. But you would think that as a logical person, we would have read it just out of curiosity, right? Ahem. I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gounod, have you read anything by Martin Luther? Let's see what they say about Martin Luther. Priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. Corruption within the church? Say it as it's so. I can't say that He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. Oh, look at everybody. Everybody is giving him the stink eye. This guy even stopped reading. Look at this guy's face. Everybody. Everybody is pissed about Martin Luther. Which, I mean, I know that's how it worked in history, but Martin Luther was right? My Lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My God, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see the value in his ideas, do you not? Oh, I think I know where this is going. Somebody in this room is going to kill this man, right? And they're going to blame it on me, but I didn't do it. My Lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sales of indulgences? No comment. Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine. What about Andreas? Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. He's put me in a bad situation. Let's see what the thought monster says. Also, before I click that again, let me know if that is like a cheat hint button. I see it as like, what are the protagonist's thoughts on the situation? But if it is indeed just a hint mechanic built into the game, then I will refrain from using it. He's really put me in a difficult position. Why not join in the debate? It may bring everyone closer to understanding truth. I need to be quiet. I don't know what else to do. To hell with the abbot. If he can't handle a little criticism, he isn't fit to sit at the fancy table. Yes. Doesn't seem like the most prudent attitude at the moment. Why not? Where should we start? Excuse me, I have to cough. All right. Debate. Excellent. Why not start with the 95 Theses? Now let's read about this. We know about it. List of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Enough. Andreas, you should know better. Lord Rothvogel, you are a guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Martin Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Even from another mother? Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this and you're too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. But here's the thing. You're hiding behind theology. And you immediately, you use it for ultimate power, basically, right? Like, that was Martin Luther's kind of like problem with it. It's like you say, yeah, you can sin, just pay me, and I'll forgive you. See, that's the difference between religion, which is, let's be honest, religion is made by man, and then being religious or being spiritual. Usually religion, especially with all these like, you got to do this X amount of times, say 65 Hail Marys, and you're like, there's nowhere in the Bible that says that. That was created by man. And that was like Martin Luther's freaking big thing, right? He's like, no, you can't just sell, you can't just pay to be free from sin. And it's people like this who use that religion to control the masses and to control people that are probably some of the most evil people in the world, in my opinion. Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate the change of the Holy Church. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I've ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tessae. That's that book that the dude was looking for, an account of the early history of Tassing. Kearsal's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought another to the abbey as a gift. We want to view that book, don't we? If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it is time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. And now we're just stuck here at the table like, so, why, Andres? Why did you engage him? I expect better of you. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter? In chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. I didn't even get to eat. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Don't worry about Father Gurneau and the Baron. I'm sure it will all be fine by morning. I don't give two squirts of pee about Gurneau. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. That seems unlikely. Maybe so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ha! That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. Sleep. Now's when we should be trying to get that book, right? A few more pages, an awkward supper. I should get some sleep. I should, but I'm not going to. Oh, wait a minute. I may be forced to. Shrine. Hand. All right, we've already looked at all this. So we can't go back in the church to go down the stairs? They were in the crypt, right? Church is closed, or at least we can't click it. Lower Abbey. Can we go through? Whoop, something's happening. It's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lorenz must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. And what was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. I should get back to the Gertners. Can we engage with Lorenz? Can't knock either, can we? Can we go past the guest house? Can't go up here. Okay. Yeah, I'm calling it. Baron Rothvogel's going to get killed, isn't he? Creepy. It's nighttime. What is this? It's a person? Gah! Are you all right, Master Mailer? I believe that I may have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. We have to answer that. The ghost? There must be a better explanation than that. I have I have conflicting thoughts in my mind. There's part of me that goes toward the occult, and then there's part of me that goes toward logic, and it constantly battles. I love that about my character. Well, I'm not here to tell you what you saw. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Interesting. Well, I think I found Johan's last lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Johan! That's Johan. What is this thing? Take care, Master Malin. Good night, Till. And we're going to go to the forest just to save the game. All right, and that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.